Let me start with the most surprising thing I've learned in over 20 years of working as a relationship psychologist. Most men think they know exactly what women want, and most of them are wrong. Not because they are bad partners or don't care, but because no one ever clearly explained it to them. There's no manual for this, and most women don't even say it out loud, even when they feel it deeply. I'm Dr. Claire Dawson, and I've spent more than 2 decades working with couples across Canada, from Vancouver to Halifax, from newlyweds to people in their 60s and 70s who have been together for decades, yet still feel emotionally distant. Over the years, I've spoken with thousands of men who genuinely want to do better, but don't know how to reconnect with their partner. Today, I want to change that understanding. I'm going to talk about 7 specific areas on a woman's body, but not in the way you might expect. These are not just physical points. They carry emotional meaning. For women, especially as they get older, touch is never just touch. Every time someone reaches out, her nervous system is quietly asking whether she feels safe, seen, and emotionally held. If the answer is yes, she relaxes and opens up. If not, she withdraws, not because she doesn't love, but because her body is protecting her emotional safety. One of my clients, a woman in her late 50s married for over 30 years, once told me she didn't need perfection from her partner. She just needed him to slow down long enough to actually feel her, not just touch her. That idea captures the entire lesson. Many women are not looking for grand gestures, but for presence, slowness, and genuine attention. The first area often overlooked is the back of the neck, right at the base of the hairline. This is where stress and tension accumulate after a long day. A light, gentle touch here, without pressure or intention to fix anything, can signal safety to her nervous system. It helps her body relax, lowering stress and increasing feelings of comfort and connection. The second area is the space between the shoulder blades. This part of the body often carries emotional weight and unseen pressure. Simply placing a warm, steady hand here without words or expectation can communicate emotional support more powerfully than language. It sends a message that she is not alone in what she carries. The third is the hands. There is a difference between holding someone's hand and truly holding it with attention. Slowly tracing her palm or fingers with care can feel deeply affirming. It communicates presence, appreciation, and emotional awareness without needing words. The fourth area is the soft spot just below the ear and along the jawline. This is a sensitive area that is only meaningful when there is trust. A gentle, light touch here can make a person feel deeply seen, but it must always be slow and respectful, never rushed. The fifth area is the inner thigh near the knee, far from any intimate zone. When approached with patience and respect, this kind of touch communicates closeness without pressure and desire without expectation. It is the slowness and care that gives it emotional meaning. The sixth area is the lower back, the place that supports the body physically and emotionally. A hand placed here, especially when standing close behind her, can create a feeling of stability and protection. It communicates safety, grounding, and quiet support without needing any words. The seventh area is the lower abdomen. This is often the most emotionally sensitive and overlooked region. When touched with care, slowness, and respect, it can create a deep sense of emotional safety and trust. It is not about technique, but about intention, moving gently without urgency, as if the moment itself matters more than anything else. When you look at all 7 areas together, they are not secrets or tricks. They are simply different ways of communicating presence. The real issue in many long-term relationships is not lack of love, but lack of emotional language expressed through touch, attention, and consistency. Over time, people stop reaching out, not because they care less, but because life becomes routine and small gestures disappear. But women feel that absence deeply, often before they can explain it. They don't just feel it emotionally, they feel it physically. And that is why small, intentional touch matters so much. It brings back a sense of connection that words alone often cannot rebuild. In my experience, couples who maintain gentle, non-sexual physical connection tend to report stronger emotional closeness, even when other parts of their relationship are imperfect. When that connection disappears, people often begin to feel like roommates instead of partners. The key takeaway is simple. Start small. Be present. Slow down. A warm hand, placed without expectation, can sometimes say more than 1,000 words. And when touch becomes an expression of care rather than a goal or technique, it has the power to bring people emotionally back to each other, even after years of distance.